Hello and welcome to Module 7 for ED 584. Module 7 introduces the analysis of variance procedure, otherwise known as ANOVA. And ANOVA is used when it is necessary to compare three or more groups. It can also be used for comparing two groups, although in that case it is more common to use a form of the t-test. Like the t-test procedures we have already examined, there are various versions of the ANOVA procedure. The first two we will examine are associated with between subjects design, and that'll be in this module, and within subject design, which will be in module 8. For this module, we focus on the one-way between subjects ANOVA procedure. The ANOVA procedure produces an F statistic, also called just simply by the F. In the same way as we use the t-statistics and compared it to the t-critical score to make a decision, we use the F statistic and compare this to a critical score to also make a decision. The table used to look up the F critical value is called the t-table. Unlike the t-test, the ANOVA procedure is a two-step process when a significant finding is obtained. First, compare the variance of all groups to determine if a difference exists, such as calculating the F statistic and compare it to the F critical value. The result of this analysis will not tell us where the differences occur, but it will tell us whether a difference exists between the groups. Remember, we are usually working with three or more groups. If no difference is found, then we stop and summarize our findings by indicating that there is no statistical difference between the groups examined. If a difference is found, then we proceed with the second step of the ANOVA process called a post hoc test. The post hoc test allows us to examine differences between pairs of the groups examined, pairwise comparisons, and to identify where the differences are. There are different forms of post hoc test. The two we will address are Fisher's LSD, which is the most liberal, and Tukey's HSD, more conservative than the Fisher's LSD. Effect size can be determined with an ANOVA in a similar way as with the t-test. We look at eta squared and or the omega squared for this purpose. Remember, it is important to report an effect size when with any statistically significant finding. Compared to the t-test procedures, the calculations become a bit more involved with the ANOVA procedures. Although we will develop basic skills and knowledge with these calculations, the use of SPSS can be very helpful in doing this for us. And then you can go in here, and here are the objectives for the learning module. And then the activities are the readings and the assignments. The reading from the HSPSS, how to use SPSS text, is short and provides a good, simple introduction to the use of the ANOVA procedure. It is recommended that you first read this section before moving on to the more in-depth discussion provided within the statistics for the behavioral sciences text. So the readings for this module is to study the short overview and review of research designs and t-tests. And there's a web link that has this paper, has this reading right here. Then in how to use SPSS is section 6.5 on the one-way ANOVA. Then from the statistics for the behavioral sciences is chapter 12, analysis of variance, one way between subjects design. We also have the supporting slideshow with the password and the supporting YouTube videos. The assessment will be the Module 7 reflected commentary, and then also assignment 2 will be due during this module. So look at the links. Here is the link for the research designs, and here's the reading that you can go into. Then there is the supplementary PowerPoint, and then I provided 3 YouTube videos to help you with the material. Here's the link for the reflection, and here's a link for uploading assignment 2. A couple other things is just remember that we have meetings that are coming up. We'll have our second Zoom online meeting coming up, and that will take place during this Module 7. And we'll also have meetings coming up in the month of March in Moscow, Coeur d'Alene, and also here in Boise. I will also be sending back to you, and by this time, most of you should have already received feedback from your first paper. If you have any questions on that, please do not hesitate to let me know. As always, enjoy and let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later.